Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day. Despite the fog, going to be a nice day as we clear up, but a lot of rain on the way. I'll tell you all about that in just a moment. On our show today, we're going to bring you an update from Third Mutual, and we have on Rosemary DiLorenzo. She is the board president and going to talk about all kinds of things dealing with Third. Also, transportation update. Karen Solis will be here today. She's the operations specialist. Going to talk about Plan a Ride and some upcoming events, all kinds of different things. So tune in for that. The transportation department always has these excursions, different places you can go shopping. It's just really a great service. The PC Club, Bob Sellers is here today with John Huber. They're going to talk about an upcoming class. Really, it's going to deal with your security systems, not only on your computer, but maybe if you're using a tablet of some kind, like the Surface, and how to deal with that and all the different kinds of sites you go to that leave open vulnerabilities. So they're going to tell you how to kind of shut those things down as far as keeping your security. Village Library, and we have got Eileen here today, going to talk about a few things. One of them is National Library Week, which is about a month from tonight, but the next time she comes in, we're going to be right in the middle of that. So she's going to tell us all about that. Now, there are no meetings to tell you about today. The next meeting will be tomorrow. United has their monthly board meeting. Now, I do want to tell you about the weather, though. A little hard to get up this morning, right, for our first work day of the daylight saving time. And of course, on top of that, we had the heavy fog layer. So it seemed like, at least for me, like I was getting up in the middle of the night. So that was a little difficult. But we should give way to some sunshine later as we get to the afternoon, a pleasant 70 degrees or so. However, going forward, we got a lot of rain in the forecast, and I'll tell you about that. Now, first of all, as far as the rain that we got over the weekend, Saturday into Sunday, at our house, we got a total of about an inch of rain. So it was a decent amount. It did come in much sooner than it was supposed to. We were supposed to get rain coming in, Saturday late afternoon, but we were getting it right in the morning throughout the day and then into Sunday, as you saw. Now, as we go through to Tuesday, we are looking at scattered showers coming in. Probably, it could be as early as maybe around 2:30 or 3, we could start seeing a little bit of rain coming in. Then gaining a little strength overnight into Wednesday. Now that alone could be about a ½ inch of rain, maybe even a little more, but that's not the big system. As we get into Thursday, now you can see I have late rain. I got rain clouds there. Probably Thursday morning and even Wednesday evening, things are going to start to clear up. But then the big system, the big cold system, comes in possibly late Thursday, certainly into Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday, and we are looking at maybe up to 2 inches of rain during that entire time. This is a very cold system, and in fact, our local mountains could see more than a foot of snow as far as the ski resorts go during that time, probably more than a foot of snow. We may even get some up on Saddleback there. So as I said, we got a smaller system Tuesday into Wednesday that could produce maybe about a ½ inch of rain. But then late Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as it stands right now, that should be a very big system and a cold system and could produce a decent amount of rain. Let's look around Orange County and elsewhere, as you can see. And yes, we should be mostly sunny. Later on, we have, if you're watching us in the morning, a very heavy marine layer that should last till around 11 o'clock, 11:30 or so, and then clear up, and it should be mostly sunny. And then all that rain starting to come in. And it is possible, you can see the temperatures there looking pretty mild today, but they're really going to begin to drop, especially as we get into Thursday. It is possible, by the way, that rain on Thursday could come in a little bit sooner. So starting tomorrow evening, late afternoon, just expect rain Tuesday all the way into Sunday, maybe a little respite for a half a day here and there, but decent amount of rain coming in, which is good. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.
for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third active life. Sign up today.
Hi, welcome back. Today we have Third Mutual Board President Rosemarie DiLorenzo with us to give us an update on everything that's going on. Welcome.
Welcome to you too. Well, I can't give you an update on everything because we don't want to be here all day.
Well, that's true.
Just some of the key things.
All right, perfect. So why don't we start off with some finances?
Yeah, actually, we've been pushing and pushing and pushing finance to say we would like to accept credit cards for more things. You know, you could pay your taxes with credit cards, and meanwhile, you can't pay for a water heater with a credit card. You can't pay for your assessment with a credit card. So now we are actually working on it, and it is going to come into fruition is finally here, and more information will be coming out.
Okay.
And the basic thing is some people might want to pay their assessments with a credit card because they can get points, and there'll be a service fee on that, just as there is like if you're paying your taxes.
Right.
But it also gives us an opportunity to, like, if you get a water heater, you can pay for it with a credit card, or you get services in your home. So it gives the residents an opportunity to do things and to manage their money in a different way. Okay. And it's also more cost effective for us, even though we might pay some fees for the credit card that we're not going to pass along, i.e. if you have a chargeable service. It just would help us because we don't have to have a lot of this billing, etc. Brad is actually going to work on a system, we're not there yet, where people will come to when they come to your home, just like if we were Sears or Home Depot and we did an installation, you could sign and pay then and there, but we're not there yet, so we don't expect that right away. So I think that's really exciting.
But you're moving in a really good direction.
Absolutely, yeah, it's really exciting. So more information will be coming out as to how to do it. Part of it is attached to the new website, but everything has to be secure, of course.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a really, really good thing. I don't know how people manage their money, but you might be short a little bit and just say, let me pay for it this way, let me get it done. I used to always pay my taxes, and I own 2 homes, one in here and one outside, with my credit card. And finally I said, I have like so many miles, because I got miles for it, so many miles that it was getting to be ridiculous. So now I don't. But people do different things, and it's their choice. Some people get money back. So I think it gives another choice, and that's what we're here for, to take care of the residents.
Sounds good. Sounds good. What else is happening with finances?
Well,
Audit looks like.
The other thing is, and everyone will get more information on finance, so I don't want to steal the scene from Steve, but we had our finance meeting the other day. And on our board meeting, on March 21st, which is the Tuesday at 9:30, Steve gives a really good financial report. But one of the key things for us is that we had a slight dip in sales in the month of January, but sales are right back up. This February is in line with last February. And again, there'll be more information on that at the meeting, but I think that this was important. This is important, and actually there was a letter written by a resident, because I always read those letters as soon as we get the paper, where somebody was saying, sales could go up and down. It was about the January, because people, always begin to get very concerned, and it was a great letter. I don't have his name to it, but it was a positive letter that said, be patient, sales will come back, because sales have been steady over the past years. We do a report in the board packet that shows sales for a 3-year comparison, because we thought that was important. So it shows number of units sold, the average price per unit in total revenue. And the units that were sold in February were actually pretty expensive ones, so our revenue is up, so that's a good thing.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Parking, you have some things regarding parking.
Yeah, well, a lot of the residents know that about a year and a half ago we did an extensive study because parking is always an issue here. So we were advised to remove the red line, and the company went through and was very careful as to where we could remove red line, you know. And some people aren't happy with it. Most people are. And we actually added some red line in places where the post office or the trash comes to pick up a little bit of red line. But our new part of the plan is that we're going to remeasure the parking spaces. If you go out in the fields, you know, if you walk around, a lot of us do, I don't walk out with a tape measure, but like some of them are 10 feet wide, some are 12 feet wide. And technically, I believe that they have to be at 8.5 or 7.5. We're going to make sure that we have followed the law. Right. And even if we do some restriping, not, you know, the whole place is going to be restriped, and it's only going to be in visitor parking, not in your parking garages, because that we leave alone, but in visitor parking. But even if you could do some restriping and then have a golf cart lane, you know, a little place for the golf carts. So that is the next big thing with our parking task force, which is headed by John Frankel, and Roy, whose name I could never pronounce, is also a new member of the board and a part of the team. I think we went up to one area the other night, and they said they identified like that we could get 6 spaces just by doing that.
So more spaces for more cars.
And that's what
great.
we want. Yeah, that's what we want, more spaces. So that's an exciting thing, and we'll be working on it more and more. Because unfortunately, this community was built more with one car. You know, people drove one car and bigger cars, but one car. And now people have, you know, they're 2 people, they have 2 cars. Unfortunately, some people are 2 people and they have 3 cars, which is a lot. But we're not at this point changing any of our documents which limit the number of cars. I believe there's some limit, but we're not going to be addressing that at this point. We're trying to do everything that we can to add spaces without spending a ton of money, like, oh, let's get rid of all the grass. No. By doing practical, intelligent things, and then we'll see what happens next. So
that's good. And then they'll have the extra cart, you know, for the carts. So perfect.
Yeah. So, and then probably at some point, because we have a new communication director, maybe we could come up with something, you know, have you noticed that your parking spaces are really wide? Contact us, you know, because we're not going to send somebody out walking everywhere, but I've already identified places when I do my walk. So we're going to get this done. It'll be exciting.
That's good. That's good information. Maintenance and construction, a lot going on.
Yeah, we have the units inspected every year for termites, and they came up with additional units, so we're probably going to be spending some more money on that, but we are actively working on a fumigation campaign, because we can't let that ever slide for budgetary reasons, because it would compromise the integrity of the building. So information will be coming out on that. We've been working with a consultant on how to address the dry rot, which we have been actively addressing for the past 4 years. But we're going to be getting a plan from them on what we should do next, where we should go next, and also we're used to do an extensive amount of copper pipelining, because there was like one area of the community that had more leaks. And by doing the lining, we really take care of the resident and the buildings, because we don't have leaks, you know, we don't have as many leaks. So the amount has lessened. We were probably spending $200,000 or $300,000 a year on this program, and now it's down to about $100,000. But we're still working on the report to see what has to be done.
Well, it's super important because many of the pipes are so old.
Yeah, but the thing is some of them are in such good shape, but there was this section, because we had them all plotted on a map, and there was this section where, I don't know why, but there were more leaks than ever. And, you know, different contractors we use, you don't know. You know? So.
And then you want to talk a little bit about construction vehicles.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
working very closely with security because, again, parking is always an issue. And we find that the first of all, construction vehicles are not allowed to park in visitor parking,
Right.
as our employees are not allowed to park in visitor parking. And it took a long time to get that taken care of, but it works well. If I ever see a vehicle, I send a picture to Brad.
Wow.
So that has really helped, because why should construction vehicles be parking there and the resident have to walk, down the hill to park their car? Because the most important thing is the resident. So security is working on a program where the construction vehicles will be getting a decal, a sticker, a piece of paper to put in their car, and that identifies the vehicle with the construction that's going on. So
Okay.
that'll be a good thing. More information will be coming out with that. So if we see a vehicle parked in the wrong place, it will be attached to the unit that is being worked on. And the owner is responsible for the conduct of their contractors. So I think that the owners will be much tougher with them and say, park over there. Now, to load and unload, that's different. We don't expect them to walk, 10 blocks with a ladder. To load and unload is fine, but they just leave them there all day. Sometimes it's terrible. You'll see 3 or 4 vehicles for one construction project, and they're just on a row. And the residents, can't park, or their visitors can't park.
Right.
And that's what we're here for. We're here for the residents and their company, their life.
Where should the construction vehicles park?
The thing is that in most areas, there's off the immediate area, there's street parking.
Okay.
So like even in my area, there's visitor parking, there's street parking, but then there's off the cul-de-sac parking. And that's where they should be. They should be out of the cul-de-sacs.
Excellent, excellent. All right, and then we've talked before about homelessness going on.
Yeah, and Brad is working very diligently on this with our security department. And I know we're trying to get the city more involved.
Right.
Try to get the city to work with the other cities to see what they're doing. But for us, we've tried to address this in different ways by saying, well, why don't you just plant a lot of bougainvillea plants and let them grow, and nobody could come in. Well, unfortunately, that wasn't done in the past. So now we're working on a shepherd's crook program.
Right.
But we want it to be high. We don't want to be, so I think that we have to be working with a special permit. So it's going to be pretty costly, but we just have to relook at the prioritization of the different things that we're doing, because the safety and security of our residents is really important. And we were talking about it yesterday, because some of the directors are, well, I'm 5'9", but some of them are over 6 foot, and they said, well, you can't have something that's 6 foot, because you could
Go over.
throw a mattress over and then throw yourself over. So
Right.
we're looking at it higher than that. So we're working very closely with our staff to get that done. So
And the
it's
last
really
time we
important.
talked about it, they were talking about clearing out a lot of that brush because it was way
And
overgrown.
they're doing that too.
Okay.
Yeah, that is going on too. They're working on that, because that has to be done. But it's amazing in some of and I know that when I said to them, well, first of all, there's no saying we're not going to do it, because we have to do it.
Right.
But the other thing is well, let's start at the area where the fence is lower. Well, they said it's lower everywhere.
low, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I go, all right, well then scratch that idea.
Right.
So that's really important.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys are addressing that. That's an important subject for sure. And then lastly, volunteering.
Before you know it, we'll be back to the elections.
Right.
And a few of our board members are going off the board. Their term is up. We're allowed to serve 2 terms.
Okay.
And some of them, this is only 1 term, and some don't want to serve again, because it takes a lot of time.
It's a lot of work.
And I'm trying to do everything to persuade them to say, oh, we really need you. Look at what a good, how enjoyable it is. Look at all we're doing for the community. I don't know if all of them are going to stay.
Okay.
So we're going to probably, I believe this year, 3 members go off, And I don't know if any of them are going to come back on. All of them could reserve, which means they would have to run again. But lots of times if you're an incumbent and people have seen you and you've done a good job, it's easy, you can get the vote. Right. So we have to start working on getting candidates. So you're going to be providing information as to what
so if you wanted to run for a board position, or if you want to volunteer
for a committee,
then you can call Catherine Laster,
right?
Or you could send her an email at catherine.laster@vmsinc.org, or call her at 949-597-4265, and see what's available.
Well, yeah, I mean, what she would do is, and for Catherine, because she knows what pressure this is, anybody, they can come up and we would probably have applications, because I believe at this upcoming board meeting, we're going to be doing the timeline. This is when the applications are due, this is when Meet the Candidates is televised, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So it's getting close.
All right.
I have 1.5 more years and then I'm done, because I've served 2 years. So.
Okay. Well, you can start your recruiting now.
So I'm worried. I'm always concerned, because it's really important. It is an extremely rewarding experience, which the board members could attest to. You form wonderful relationships. Right. You learn about all different. We have engineers, we have scientists, we have teachers. People's backgrounds really work together. It's a wonderful board. We have a wonderful board. We're a great board.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for all the great information.
Thank you.
Love it. And then again, if you would like to volunteer for a committee or actually run for a board position, then definitely go to that number or send an email. We'll be right back after this.
Did you know you can get up to 11% on your money? That's right, 11%. And your investment will be secured by real estate. Would you like to receive a check each month? Would you like to earn up to 11% secure? Would you like consistent returns, knowing each month what to expect in your mailbox? Well, American Mortgage Fund is now offering up to 11%, paid monthly. 11% secured by real estate with American Mortgage Fund. It's a great way to earn high monthly returns. Call 1-800-359-1111.
Well, Eileen Ordway is here today from the Village Library, and nice to see you once again.
Good to see you.
All kinds of things going on at the library. The first thing that we're going to talk about is coming up about a month from now is National Library Week, and it actually runs April 8th to 14th, but for the purposes of our library, it's the 9th to the 13th, right. In April, not this month.
Correct. Yes, because I think the next time I'd be on your show will be the very first day.
Yeah,
so
we'll be right in the middle of it.
Give people a heads up
that
this year for National Libraries Week, we're going to be doing something that similar to what we did last year. But last year we had our volunteers at the library say what their favorite book or movie or TV series was. We had them fill out cards, and they posted them on the shelf near where their favorite was. And then we posted them on the bulletin boards so everyone would know this was something that we thought were favorites. So this year, we're going to ask our residents who come into the library to identify their favorite book or movie. And then we will ask them to post them on the shelves near their favorite. At the end of the week, we'll gather them all together. We'll post people's names and their favorites on the bulletin board, but also now we have on our catalog website, we have recommendations. So we will take this list of our residents' recommendations and put them on our catalog website.
And it's nice that you're doing both books and DVDs, because DVDs become so popular.
Yes. So we're going to have reader's choice and viewer's choice.
There you go. That's really good. Now, speaking of videos, you are still giving away VHS tapes for anybody who may still have a VCR. And by the way, every once in a while popping up on the trading post, somebody's selling or in many cases giving away a VCR.
Right, and if you have one, we're giving away our VHS tapes. because we want to continue to bring in more new books and DVDs, it's time to get rid of the VHS. Last year, the VHS tapes were only checked out 200 times the whole entire year.
Wow.
So we've identified a few people who were ones that took them out a lot, and we contacted them, sent them emails, and asked them to come in. But it's available to anyone who still has a VCR. Just come in. We have about 120 left on the shelf, and you're free to take as many as you'd like.
All right, that's kind of nice, because I know some people still may have the machines, or
right.
it might be their last chance to watch something that they haven't gotten a chance to.
Yes.
I think at our house we probably still have a whole bin of VHS tapes, and you're kind of like, what do you do with them?
Right,
you know,
right.
Nobody wants them.
No. And I even looked up, you can't even recycle them. You just have to throw them in the trash.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so what do you do?
Apparently
now, as far as DVDs goes, you're doing this month, you're profiling mystery and suspense movies, right?
Yes, on the side of our DVD shelves, we've started to display different items just to kind of highlight to people the things they might not have thought about for a while. So this month we're doing mystery and suspense, and just reminding people that we have movies like Rear Window and Vertigo, and we have a lot of TV series. A lot of them are the British police,
some
like
of their,
like Inspector Lindley is Elizabeth George, and Inspector Morse, and
the great Sherlock Holmes series with it. Is it Robert or Bob Cumberbatch? Or
we have.
I think that's the guy's
all
name.
kinds of
that's
Sherlock
supposed to be
Holmes.
Very good.
Yes,
that's the newer version.
Yes,
I think he did that just a couple years ago.
Yes.
Maybe still be doing it.
Yeah, and we even have Columbo and Cannon, which is an old TV series.
Oh, I remember Cannon.
They just got re-released.
Robert Conrad,
yeah,
right?
in 2016, they just got re-released, so we have a lot of them.
I remember that.
Yeah. And so there's Thin Man and Miss Marple and Agatha Christie's Poirot. We have a lot of those. So please come in, check out the side of our shelves, and you'll see those listed. Last month we had the Academy Awards. We had 65 out of the 90.
That's right, I remember that.
And so after a month, when this new idea came up, I looked back, and 46 of those 65 films were taken out just in that short period of time. So it really was highlighting for people things that are available that they may not have thought about for a long while.
That was nice. Yeah. That's really cool that you had all those. That's amazing.
I know,
how
it's
many
amazing.
You had.
Yes.
Now, you have a Critics Corner, a list of movies recommended by your movie maven, Bob Bauman. We know Bob very well. So basically, if the movie's in color, he doesn't like it. He likes black and white movies. Bob, I know you're watching. So.
That's true.
Anything with special effects.
we have those of us, a lot of us, we have some words with Bob every once in a while about, we need put some newer things on the shelf, like the Cannons. That was one of his ads. But he's got a lot of knowledge about movies and DVDs, so we wanted to take advantage of that. And so he has come up with a list of some of his favorites, or things that he thinks other people would be interested in. And so that's now also displayed on the side of our DVD shelves.
Oh, that's nice.
And we have, they're on a hook, so people can even take it home. So there's about a half a dozen things that he's written up little descriptions of. And so if you think you'd be interested in things that Bob thinks would be fascinating for people, please stop in.
We like to kid Bob.
Yes. Yeah, we do too.
He's very passionate about what he likes.
Yes, he is.
As far as DVDs go, anything recently that you've gotten, or anything that you have maybe seen in the theaters and thinking, we want to get this?
We would ask people to please let us know.
Okay.
We have a DVD buying committee now. They're actually meeting this afternoon to decide what to purchase in the next month. All the Academy Award, the movies that have been in the Academy Award last week, we will be purchasing them. Some of them we have. Dunkirk, I'm pretty sure we have. But we would appreciate requests. A lot of people like the TV series. I just got one for Doc Martin season 8 and Homeland season 7. So people are looking for those, and they'll be on the shelf soon.
Yeah, very nice. We were talking about beforehand, although you can see it on Netflix now, Turn, Washington Spies.
Yes.
Which is, I don't know, is that available on DVD yet?
Yes, yes.
It's still on AMC, so the first probably 4 seasons
Yes.
are available.
Yes, and we
Okay.
have them.
Yeah,
Yes.
very good. If you want to watch something about the revolution, and it's all based on truth about the culprit ring, the original, as it's called, the original spies in America. It's a very good series. Now, very quickly, we are going to talk about donations and how you can take, you have non-book donation containers, right?
Yes, the Kiwanis Club is one that we have a container. They ask for used eyeglasses.
Ah, very good.
So if you have old eyeglasses that you know you would never use again, laying around the house somewhere, please gather them up and bring them in. We also have, like I guess, a hope chest size container right in front of our front desk that South County Outreach is looking for non-perishable, mainly food donations. They like to see canned beans, canned fruit, soup, tuna, ravioli, chili, rice, pasta, macaroni and cheese, those kind of things that would be helpful to.
And I see also household goods.
Yes, I think anything that is not perishable, they would take to help people in need. Yes, in Orange County.
That's really nice.
Yes, so they come in every single Tuesday and take whatever in the container. And I just wanted to make sure that people knew that it was there.
Yeah, that's nice. And of course, eyeglasses, everyone, you know, your eyes change, prescription changes, so you might have different kinds of glasses that can end up benefiting someone else.
Right, yes.
Yeah, very good. Now, you are open Monday through Saturday. Saturday's a half day, though.
Yes, 10 to 1 on Saturday, 10 to 4 every other weekday.
Okay, and again, the library week, that's next month, and we'll talk more about that because next time Eileen is on, it's probably the 10th.
The 9th.
The 9th.
So that first Monday.
Oh, that's right, the 9th.
Yes,
okay,
April
9th. So we'll have time to talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Very good. Good to see
right,
you.
good
Thank
to
you very
see
much.
You too, Ken.
And remember, folks, you got a favorite DVD, a book. You can recommend those, and I think that'd be pretty neat to have your name there and go, this is what I like.
Yes.
Give it a try.
Exactly.
All right, good to see you.
All right, good to see you too, Ken.
When I regret.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Thomas. Sports Talk. Come join me here every Thursday morning at 11:30 a.m. for sports news, highlights, and interviews for all of Laguna Woods and around the world. Put it on your calendar. It's a great way to start your day with me and the Sports Talk way.
At El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything. No hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sale services.
I'm a strong believer that there's something for everyone out there. But some people never stop searching. I've looked long and hard through these parts, and I thank my lucky stars I stumbled across a special place, a unique place, where you never know what you'll find. The Trading Post, only on Channel 6.
Pacific Cremation Society offers the same cremation services as traditional funeral homes at a fraction of the cost. Call today to get your free $30 membership using the code MyMembership. Being a member guarantees special savings off all of our cremation plans. To request a free personal planning guide, call or visit us online at www.pacificcremationsociety.com. Start your conversation with Pacific Cremation Society today.
Well, with me right now is Karen Solis. She is the operations specialist. And today we are talking about, well, among other things, plan a ride and bus rules and regulations and a meeting coming up, all kinds of different things, right?
Lots of different things.
So first of all, Plan a Ride has been very successful, right?
Yes, Plan a Ride is really great service. It's a service that they can go without waiting and having to take a roundabout. They go straight to the location they want to get to, and they schedule it beforehand so they know when they're going to come back, they know when they're going to go. It's really nice.
Now, you can call between 8:30 and 10:30, I should say 8 a.m. and 10:30 p.m.
10 p.m. is what we prefer.
Okay, 10 p.m.
Yeah.
All right. But Monday through Saturday?
Monday through Saturday, yeah.
I didn't know you could call that late and
Yes.
get something scheduled.
A lot of people try to get in as early as they can in the morning, and sometimes the phone lines get really, clustered, and so it's nice that they now to know that they can call all day long.
Yeah, that's very nice. Now, is Plan a Ride, sometimes I get confused, is that different than the people who want to take a ride to their doctor? Or is Plan a Ride that or within the village, or kind of one and the same?
It's one and the same.
Okay.
They can take it to the doctors. They're actually really well made for the doctors because they get priority.
Yeah,
So-
and I mean by doctor, maybe you need to go to your church for a couple hours, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yes. So especially church on Sundays, it's a big one.
Yes. Yeah, I bet. But the point is, you want to call ahead of time. Otherwise, if you call that day, you're kind of on standby in a sense.
You're on availability only.
Yeah.
So you always want to plan ahead, and that's why it's a great name, Plan a Ride.
Yes, very good. So take advantage of that because it's become very popular. Now, bus rules and regulations. I'm going to let you go through these.
Yes, okay, so it's just, the riders are asked to scan their ID cards every time they go on the bus. Don't forget that, it's really important. You cannot ride the bus without an ID.
And a caregiver ID as well.
Yes, caregivers have their own ID if they're not accompanied by a resident.
Okay.
And then the bus will not move until all passengers are seated. And they have to stay seated while the bus is in motion. Even when they know it's about to stop, you have to stay at a complete seated until the bus is no longer moving.
Okay.
Notify the driver to any transfers or any questions when entering the bus. Talking to the driver is not permitted while the bus is in motion.
Okay, very good.
Keep the aisles clear of packages, shopping carts, walkers, canes, any other mobility devices, and these items are always secured by the driver.
All right, so if somebody comes in with a walker, they'll go over, get seated, then the driver will come over and put it off to the side and strap it in if needed or whatever.
Strap it in, and then when the resident is ready to exit the bus, the driver will hand that to them.
Okay, good to know.
And then wait for the door to open and the ramp to deploy before getting out of your seat to exit the bus or while you're on the sidewalk waiting to enter.
Okay.
So let the ramp fully extend.
All right, you don't want to be hopping on that one. Okay.
This is a really big one, and this is one that the drivers are constantly trying to let them be aware of, is to get there 5 minutes before your scheduled time.
Okay.
So say if you're scheduled at 9:30, be there at 9:25, so that way the bus doesn't miss you and they're not waiting for you.
Okay, and this is for Plan a Ride or any kind of scheduled stop?
Yes,
Look
any
at the
kind of
schedule.
scheduled stop.
Okay.
Just because if you're late, then you cause the next person to be late, and it kind of trickles down their schedule.
Okay.
And then always allow 5-minute standby time after the scheduled pickup time for the bus to arrive before contacting the transportation line.
Okay.
So if it's been 2 minutes, give them 3 more and see if before you call.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. And as far as the Plan a Ride goes, again, even with that, be there a little bit ahead of time, because if the driver comes by and you're not ready, as you said, they may have subsequent pickups right after that.
So it's really important to be on time for
Okay.
these ones.
Now, you're going to have a bus information meeting coming up, and it's going to be over the next 4 months, once a month, right?
It's actually all throughout the year.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. So the bus happens bi-monthly at every 2 locations, at Clubhouse 1 and at the Towers in Lorster Hall. So if this month actually it's located at Clubhouse 1 in the main lounge, and it's always between the hours of 1 to 3. And these are meetings that they can learn about upcoming changes, or if they're new to the system and want to just learn about it, these are great information meetings. You can ask questions. Our team that puts them together is really well knowledged in all of this. So they're great meetings to go to if you have any questions.
Yeah, a good thing to take advantage of. Then, so the next one is March 21st at Clubhouse 1, the main lounge, from 1 until 3. So if you want to find out more information, it's really good to go to those. Now, plan a ride reservations, what we were talking about, here's the number on the screen to call, and be prepared to leave the following information.
Yes.
So they know. So the number is 949-268-2590, and why don't you tell us the information they need to leave?
You have to leave it's a voicemail system, so be prepared to listen to just a voicemail, not a person.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so they worry because they consider that maybe we won't get these voicemails in time, but they always get checked, and they're regularly checked throughout the day.
Okay.
So you leave your name, your phone number, your manor number, the purpose of your ride, especially if it's a doctor's appointment, because you get priority.
Okay.
Assistive walking device if you have any, date of the trip, the pickup time, and your return time.
Okay. Now, when they call in, are there prompts for this, or is it just simply, thank you for calling Plan a Ride Reservations, please leave your information?
No, there's prompts.
There are prompts?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll ask you from the beginning, like, be prepared to leave your name, and it'll have them all listed.
All right, very good. And you, again, this is done the day before. Can they do it several days before?
Up to a week in advance.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
Now, finally, your destination shopping, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, that you go to all different kinds of places, and people can take advantage of this, but it fills up quick, right?
It does.
Yeah.
We try to add more buses if it fills up too quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so our next one is to the Irvine Spectrum tomorrow.
Okay.
And that should be fun. Hopefully it doesn't rain.
Now, what about, is there still space available?
Unfortunately, not on that one. It is fully booked up.
Okay.
But there is still space available for the remaining.
Okay. Orange Tree Shopping Center. I'm not, that's, where is that? Oh, that's the one that has all the Asian markets,
yeah, it's the Asian market.
Yes. And then Laguna Beach, which I'm sure is very popular, and Marketplace up in Laguna Niguel, and then Aliso Viejo Town Center.
Yes. And I think that Recreation is taking our buses down on March 21st to the Tustin Marketplace. So
oh, that'll be good. Yeah. All right. And that's a big area.
Yeah. They're going to one location, but you can branch out from there.
Yeah, yeah, a lot to see up there. All right, very good. So I think the gist of this conversation is call ahead. Whether you need plan a ride, whether you want to go on one of these Tuesday excursions, or I know sometimes there are other excursions that are done by Recreation, whatever it might be, you need to plan ahead and let them know the date and time and information to be picked up. And then also, if you want to go on one of these excursions, you need to call ahead of time because they do fill up.
They do.
Yeah, very popular. Thank you very much, Karen.
Thank you
for coming on. We'll see you again probably in another few weeks.
Yeah, hopefully once a month.
All right, you take care, and we'll be right back.
Dr. Christine Chung with 7-Day Dental has served Laguna Woods for 17 years. Her office is close, her staff is the best, and she offers great discounts for Laguna Woods.
I have been a patient of Dr. Christine Chung at 7-Day Dental for 15 years. She and her staff are exceptional.
You may know me from Village Television. I would not go anywhere else for dental care than 7-Day Dental.
7-Day Dental, simply your best choice.
South Bay Jewelry has established trust in Laguna Woods for over 35 years.
We are expert GIA gemologists and appraisers of jewelry, estates, watches, and valuables. It is evident that South Bay Jewelers' recipe of superior customer service, quality, and trust is the reason for continued success in Laguna Woods. We specialize in custom designing, bridal and anniversary, and watch and jewelry repairs, with all services done on the premises.
South Bay Jewelry, next door to OPA in Aliso Viejo.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Kim Bermude with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. We've seen an increase in phone scams where con artists pretend to be someone they are not, including law enforcement officers. Don't be a victim. Trust your instincts. If a call seems suspicious, it probably is. For example, the Orange County Sheriff's Department will never require payment over the phone. If you receive one of these calls, contact the Orange County Sheriff's Department as soon as possible and visit our website to learn more about scams.
The Laguna Hills Lodge is very proud to have been awarded the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence for the last 5 years. Discover this family-friendly boutique hotel and enjoy our crystal clear pool and spa, beautiful gardens and convenient location. Our designer upgraded rooms feature luxury comforts of much higher priced hotel chains and include free continental breakfast, parking, Wi-Fi, and more. We match the lowest price you can find online. Ask about our Laguna Woods special offer.
Your body is made for work, play, and adventure. All the things that make life amazing. But when pain gets in the way, turn to Hoag Orthopedic Institute to get you back to doing the things you love. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we're experts at getting you out of pain and back to golf, running, or yoga. Whatever makes you, you.
Well, our topic today with the PC Club is, are you protected? Because everything is connected nowadays. And I'd like to welcome Bob Sellers and John Huber here today. And it's so true, am I right?
And it's which?
It's so true.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
All this stuff is connected.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you folks are having a meeting coming up tomorrow talking about this. So the gist of this, John, is nowadays we have, in a sense, an open portal to our home. And if you don't lock that down, metaphorically, you're leaving that just vulnerable, right?
Yeah, you're opening your, and especially here because we live so close together, and everybody has their own Wi-Fi. You got to protect yourself from someone snooping when you're looking at your credit card account, or if you're looking at your bank account or your brokerage account online. You don't want anybody sniffing that and pulling that in.
Yeah.
And now we have other outlets such as Alexa, the
right.
Google. I mean, not the Google, the Amazon speaker.
The Amazon Echo and the Google,
Google has their own little
home.
Yes.
So it's everybody's listening.
Yeah, that's true.
And those are getting pretty popular. We're getting more and more questions about, can you help us with this? And help us
well, we
either
have
set it up or
we have
troubleshoot.
the Echo at home. So. And sometimes you'll say something, it'll go, what?
Yeah.
What did you say? Can I help you? But beyond that, there's obvious things, our laptops, our tablets, whatever it might be.
Right.
But anything that's connected via Wi-Fi within your home, and of course nowadays that may be, I don't know how many people within the village have a security system, but that's one thing. But there's so many other things as well. Your thermostat, if you have a Nest thermostat, or you might have one of the Philips Hue light bulbs, or you may not be worried about if someone has access to turn your lights on and off. Well, actually, you should, but the point is they now have access to many things.
Sure,
Right.
sure.
Right.
And if they don't now, then this is just over the horizon. I mean, a lot of people are adapting this kind of thing, whether they think it's what they need or not.
Right.
And I think that trend is going on in the village. So we're trying to be out front with that a little bit.
Yeah.
Bring this fellow in.
Along with that, again, I don't know how many people here in the village have this, or maybe will opt to have it, but we have Wi-Fi enabled locks on our doors that you can go out and buy. And the deadbolt system, and they're they're actually now, they've gone way down in price. They're almost the same price as a standard one by the big brands that you know of. However, they're enabled the same way, an app on your phone. There's a couple of them that are near field communication, so all you've got to do is walk up to it, you touch the outside of it, and if you have your phone with you, it'll open up. But again, guess how that's enabled? Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever it might be.
Right.
Yeah, most of the time Wi-Fi, Bluetooth doesn't have the range that Wi-Fi
Right.
does.
But that's something you're going to take care of.
As it gets more congested, there's a lot more opportunity for people to hack into it.
Yeah.
And we're using more things.
So you're having a speaker coming tomorrow.
Right, and whether people are into this technology yet or not, we hope that people will show up. This fellow's very experienced, very knowledgeable in the area. We've had him before talk about just general internet security, protection, privacy. He really knows his stuff, and it's a great opportunity, and at no cost for people in the village, whether they're a club or not. Just come over and spend a couple hours with us.
Yeah, and I think one of the main things today is whether you are on a Windows product or a Apple product, and this really pertains to both, even though you're the PC club, is updating your security. And Apple has been very good at that over the years, and now Microsoft has been excellent at that. You don't really need a third party, what's those old things, McAfee and all those kind of things. Windows has gotten very, very good about almost every 2 weeks. So, and it's simple to do, to update that.
You can tell that the Windows is more secure now.
Much more.
Because a lot of companies are using the Microsoft antivirus rather than outside sources.
Yeah.
I mean, we consumers talk about Windows a lot, but their real business is multinational companies.
Yeah, of course.
So we're benefiting from that.
Yeah, they've gotten a lot better on that. And again, if using any kind of product, Windows product, and that's of course PC, laptop, the Surface tablet. I don't think too many people have the phones. That kind of didn't last very long.
Nope.
Although they were pretty good phones. You got to keep these things protected.
Yeah. Yeah, you really do.
You'll always have people here that prefer to have an outside product, third-party product on the computer, and that's fine. I mean, if they feel better that way, and this fellow actually represents one of those. And but he's not in your face about it.
Right.
He just says it's available.
Yeah, it is.
And if you're one of those people that just really prefer that, they're going to hear about that too.
Yeah, but overall, this meeting is about what you can do at home, and sometimes really, it starts with simply locking down your Wi-Fi.
Right.
And
for sure,
it's very easy to do. And once you do that, that's really the #1 step as far as that goes. Where you need a code. That doesn't mean that you need a password every time you use it. When you open up a device that you use it, it's going to connect automatically. But it prevents others from getting on there. And your neighbor, you're seeing, so even where we live, if I look at all the different available Wi-Fi networks, there are homes that are scattered around us. I don't know a couple of them, I probably know who they are.
Right.
But if those aren't locked down, I could end up using their system, even if anything, piggybacking on their service. We don't want to do that.
I'm amazed. In our cul-de-sac, evidently every residence has at least one device. And when I have a friend come in, or my wife's Wi-Fi disconnects and she has to go figure out, Bob, here's this list of all the networks.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And even though you would think in this village, you don't have to worry about this. Let's not kid ourselves. You don't know whose grandson or boyfriend is in the building next to you and is bringing gadgets and
and along with that is if you are out in public, if you're sitting over at Starbucks and doing things, and you should really avoid, if you're sitting there doing any kind of banking or anything like that, there are different apps and software packages you can put on your system that is really locks it down, but wait till you get home to do that. Unless, obviously, if it's an emergency, if you're on vacation, there's not much you can do about that. But
a lot of times once you connect to one of the public Wi-Fi's, like Target or McDonald's or any of those, when you walk in, they automatically connect you.
Yes, they do.
So that's another reason to be concerned.
Yeah. I try when I'm on those areas. It depends. I've got a really good data plan. I end up just saying I'm using my own specific data plan for that. So, but it just depends. And if you are using their system, you brought up a good point. If you're walking around Target or wherever it might be, in our case, a classic example, if we go to Disneyland and they have their now fast passes online where you can go to that, we have to use their system to do that. It's just the way that it is. So, Anyway, your meeting is coming up tomorrow, and that is going to be at Clubhouse 7 at 7 o'clock. And I think this is good for anyone. It doesn't, as you can tell, whether it's Windows or PC, that doesn't matter. It's about being protected whatever you're using, right?
Right. And this gentleman speaks common English. He's not a techie.
Yeah.
You understand what he's saying.
Well.
So it's one size fits all.
Yeah, it really does.
You know, come and just refresh your memory.
All right, very good. Hey guys, stick here for just a minute. I'm going to tell the folks about our weather and our movie and all that kind of stuff. And our movie coming up today is called Same Kind of Different As Me, and it's a story about how a family sort of befriends this homeless man, and it's really done to kind of save their marriage. It stars Greg Kinnear, Renee Zellweger, and John Voight is in this. This will be today at 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock, so tune in for that. And then coming up very quickly, I'll tell you, on Friday, we have an Academy Award winner, Gary Oldman, as Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour. And I have not seen that one. I saw Dunkirk. We showed that here, which also was up for an awards, but Gary Oldman won the award for this, and really looking forward to this. So tune in for that. All right, I'm going to wrap up really quickly. Run out of time. Our weather, you know, today, if you're watching us in the morning, we should clear up and have some sunshine. But then we got two systems coming in this week, a smaller rain system coming in probably tomorrow, maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, not quite sure on that yet, but we'll start to see scattered showers. And then into Wednesday, pretty rainy throughout Wednesday, maybe up until the evening. Looking at maybe a ½ inch all told, or for Tuesday and Wednesday. We got an inch, by the way, on this last one at our house. And then kind of a respite on maybe Thursday, and then Thursday evening, some more rain coming in. That may change if these systems kind of come in together towards the end. The big system is due in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and that could produce up to 2 inches of rain all told, several inches up to maybe 1.5 feet in the ski area. So that's going to be a cold system, so be prepared for that. All right, you take care. Thanks, guys. Remember, the PC Club meeting will be tomorrow, Clubhouse 7 at 7 o'clock.
Absolutely.
Right? Whether you're a PC or a Mac user, it's a good meeting to go to. It's how you can stay protected. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.